Next up in our small batch SMaSH series is Idaho 7. Welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to have the first tasting of our SMaSH Idaho 7. This is using Rahr 2-row. This one also kind of morphed, or we learned from the beginning of the SMaSH beers, and we're kind of adapting as we go, like I think a home brewer should do. We started out with 2.75 pounds of a grain, and then because the ABVs were getting high, we backed that down to 2 pounds of a grain. This one actually uses 2 pounds 8 ounces, so 2.5 ounces of Rahr 2-row malt. I'm sorry, it says pale. I know it's 2-row because I put in the beersmith for the name, I put 2-row, so I have Rahr 2-row and Rahr pale malt. And because this says 2-row, I know it is, or I hope it is, the 2-row. This is the same hop schedule as we did at the beginning. So 0.39 ounces at 30 minutes of the boil, then 0.29 ounces at 5 minutes, then 0.32 ounces at dry hop, so 3 days into fermentation. Gravity, pre-boil gravity was 1032. Original gravity was 1065. Beersmith wanted 1053, so 3 points higher on that. This beer did come out at 6 bricks, 11 or 7/11 is when it was bottled. Today is the 9th, so 2 days shy of a month old. ABV for this is 6.73%. So I think the Lemon Drop, Huel Melon, and Falconer's Flight, all those ABVs are a lot lower in the 4s. So bringing that grain back up is letting more sugars come through so your yeast can eat them. So let's go ahead and crack this open and see what we get from this one. This is a 12-ounce bottle, so it's using 1 carbonation tablet. There we go. Tiny bit in the bottom, I'll leave it in there. We do have a white head, small medium bubbles, about a half a finger of head. Color on this one, yellowish in color. It is hazy. I do have madder. It almost looks like hops. We are using Mr. Beersmith fermenters for this, so because of the spout and we're putting the dry hops just directly in, we are going to get more settlement in the beer. But yeah, carbonation level is medium. I would call this a hazy IPA because of the ABV. It looks more like your standard 2-row IPA that's hazy. I can make the light box out, but I cannot see it. Let's go ahead and get a smell, see what we get. A little like citrus grass, maybe vegetal, citrus vegetal in there. A tiny bit of sweet malt, but that citrus earthiness vegetal is what I get. Let's go ahead and try it, see what we think. Very citrusy. Big citrus. A good amount of hop, like bitterness mixed with pine, mixed with like a good vegetal. I don't want anybody to think like vegetals like, okay, it's bad. If anything, that back end almost tastes like it's too much hops, too many hops were used. A little bit of malt sweetness up front, but we are making a SMaSH beer, so I think that malt whatever you're using is going to come through a little bit more. And we're not doing a bitter addition like at 60 minutes. So I think you are going to get more of that hop present, or that malt presence. I was going to look and see. Okay, this one was, the mash in temp was 150 on some that are coming up. I did up the mash temperature because of the bodies were tasting light, and the lower you mash, the lighter body you're going to have, the more sugar's going to be able to be eaten in there. Yeah, I think maybe the carbonation was doing it. It's smoother now after taking some drinks. That citrus is still there. That bitterness, pine, a little bit of vegetal is still in the back. Yeah, I think it's good. Is it anything to write home about? No, but we're making SMaSH beers just to see, and we wanted to stick to the schedule, the hop schedule, for a while just to see what we could get. And it's almost like comparing beer to beer to beer, and we wanted to keep that same hop profile. I also, the alpha acids on the Idaho 7 that I used was 14.10, so that is high. So I can see how that bitterness in the back is really kicking in. Yeah, you're not going to get as many IBUs using a 30-minute addition that you are using a 60, but that's still going to be a lot more than if you used like a C hop. So Cascade being, let's say, 4 to 6% isn't going to give you the same amount of IBUs at 30 minutes as a hop like this that's over 14%. So it does taste like maybe a little too many hops were used, too much hops were used. Maybe back that off. Maybe even do a bittering addition because of that alpha acid level. 0.25 ounces, then kick the rest back to 5 minutes and flame out or something might help. But it does taste, with that, with adding the extra malt, it does taste better. I would say the body is more balanced in this one versus if you go back and watched one of the earlier ones. The body does help a lot in beers like this, and having that light body like we were seeing before, I think it doesn't balance well. Just like an IPA, a double IPA, a West Coast IPA, anything like that, when it's not balanced, it all doesn't flow together. This one flows a lot better because that body's thicker. So my guess is, even though I mashed in at 150, maybe the oven, because what I do for the oven is I hit warm and I put it on 170. Then once I stick the pot in there, I leave it in there for I leave the warmer on for about a half hour. Maybe I went 45 minutes, maybe even 50 minutes before I shut it off, because the body of this is coming through more now that my palate's warmed up to it. So yeah, definitely a good one. Not, oh my god, I'm gonna make it again, but it is a good one to find out. And again, I did not write the hops down, but I would say this has earthy, vegetal, something to do with that for the taste, the aroma and flavors of Idaho 7. So if you've made a SMaSH beer, let me know below what hop schedule you used in the brew day. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.